Hello traders, good evening. Traders, good evening. Am I audible to you? Is the audio video clear? Let me know. If you look at Dow Jones at this point of time, it is slightly bullish. Okay. Here we can see the data. S&P 500, Nasdaq, still we need to get the data. And if you look at BTC, BTC is somewhere near this previous supporting zone itself. It's coming close to that. So hopefully, in case market moves down from this zone, if it gives a breakdown, goes below 1,17,500, maybe maximum up to 17 lakh to 200, and then a reversal is something that we can expect. This is the view at this point of time. What I can do is I'll draw a trend line here. This trend line is acting as continuous resistance level. If market sustains above this zone, then maybe we can look at target up to this area. So in case market moves up to this zone, then later reversal from the top side is what we will be looking at. But basically expectation is first let it move towards the downside here. And let's look at liquidity. Here market has come down, taken the liquidity, but little liquidity is there at the bottom. In between ranges, market can just do trapping. That's the problem that we have. Here market is giving a slight pullback, but here too much liquidity is not there. Little more at the lower end, 1,17,600, 400, 200, those zones some liquidity we have. And apart from that, people who have sold at the upper level, 1,19,000 range, they're kind of sitting safe in the market. So that's the current scenario. Seven o'clock, what kind of movement market will do? We will look into that. S&P 500, Nasdaq, all of those things, and then we will decide. Ethereum at this point of time, this is the lower zone. Okay, this is the upper zone, and in between market is just consolidating within a range. Here it is trying to form a bullish price action pattern where these areas are resistance, and if market continues towards the downside, shows momentum like this, then up to 3,700, 800 movement is possible. At the starting only, if it does, these sellers will start putting pressure, and from the upper end we can see some rejection in the market. At the current stage, at both the levels we have opportunities, but choosing the direction would be a bit difficult at the initial stage. Dow Jones, it can go up to 44,830, 840 range, and we can expect reversal from the upper zone itself. I think little bit time we have to give and try to analyze the market, and only then we have to look for opportunity. Because you see, sometimes what will happen is this area only market will take support, this area only it will take support. From here it will move up. That time by chance, if I've taken bearish trade thinking that it will move up to this zone, then I might get into trap because of the reversal thing which happens. So little bit tricky, but calculatively we have to take the risk and see. I don't know what is wrong with this. Some issue with the Just levels only is not coming properly. Issue with the page. What is happening? Anyways, we will see. Hi, there is a specific reason to start trading at 7 p.m. New York session and things like that. Market opens around 7 o'clock. At 7 o'clock, we get pre-market here. Market has opened New York session. So during that time, a bit of volatility we can see in the market. So we can expect some kind of people entering the trade in S&P 500, Nasdaq. That time, to a certain extent, we can get a bit of sentiment about the global market and such. So that is the reason. Around 40 people watching the live stream, only 9 likes. Support the channel traders by liking the video. Gold, this was the support zone which I considered, but this, I don't know why. Here it's near 618 level protection. You just consider this zone. Okay, previously this area was acting as support, right? You look for bearish only if gold goes above and later corrects. At this point of time, no need to look for any bearish trade. In case there is any bullishness in the market, with small stop loss you can look at bullishness. Okay, bullishness can be up to 3,420, but bullish candle has to get formed first, then only you can have a look at that. What is reduce only? What is reduce only means? I'm not understanding. Now I'll just conduct a poll. Please participate and let me know what is your view about the market. Okay, everyone has to participate. Participate in the poll, traders, and tell me your view. So here what I'm thinking is this area was support. Market was not giving a solid closing below this zone, and immediately here only we have one support. So little tricky only this bearish trade. If I take here bearish trade, also movement can come up to 1,17,200, that range itself. Let me see the liquidity zone again. 17,700, so 200, little bit liquidity is there. After grabbing this liquidity, if market moves up, then fine. S&P 500 is, although US market everything is in a positive note, so in BTC at this point of time it is a bit negative. From morning only it is negative. So hopefully if it gives a breakdown, traps people, and then any reversal setup if we get, maybe we can look into it. Just one calculation I will see. Okay, I'm not taking any trade. If the seller's pressure is there, market can move up to the zone, but immediately we have supporting zone here. Setup is not sitting properly. We will see. Setup is sitting, but up to this confusion is there within the zone. There's a protection area, This is the support area. If market breaks the zone, okay, fine. We'll see no other stop loss hunting. We'll be looking for quick reversal in the market. Until that level breaks, then expectation is little market will move up, give a breakout, trap people 19,000 range, maybe 19,000, less liquidity here. 19,000 today, going up to 12, 1,20,000 and all, possibility is less. Yesterday this trade, those of you, did you not take? Yesterday we had discussed, right? After this bearish trade, this bullish trade, we have potential of reaching up to 1,12,000. How many people held on to the trade, or did you book your profit near the first safe traders target booking zone itself? In free Telegram, continuously I was giving updates. You can see that here. Where is it? So here all the updates I was sharing, depending on where people who trailed the stop loss, that are trailed it here. After the pullback, market reached this target. Yesterday was good trade, sir. Trailed my SL to max. Okay. I forgot to get some water. Just give me a second. One second, traders, I'll be back. Okay, just give me a second. Traders, as of now, market is near the support itself. So if I think about taking a bullish trade near the support, target will be up to this zone, but stop loss I have to give up to 1,17,000, 17,100 zone. That's close to 700 points. 700 points for that return, 1,400 points. That is something which I'm not looking at. I was on mute. Yeah, because I had to go get some water. All right, let's see how the market behaves. At this point of time, it's given a breakdown. So this breakdown candle is only around 300 points. This is the supporting zone. So in case market corrects to this zone, means after that additional movement, if market is doing, that's up to the market, 500 points. So 300 points risk for 500 points is not making sense. We will wait. Support level market has respected 2 times. We'll give it some time. Let this candle close and let it show any kind of confirmation. So if I'm looking for bullish trade up to the zone. Stop loss another 500 points close to I have to give. But by chance market comes down near 200 300 zone, that time I'll get a support up to buyers who are strong, they can re-enter. If they re-enter, then somewhere at this zone when I target also, this is an achievable target. Something like that I'm looking at. That's fine. Yeah, the supporting zone market is coming. So little bit correction, let it do. Gold had told market is near the supporting zone. If bullish setup, if you get with small stop loss, you can look at it. Target can be up to this zone. Okay, whoever has entered bullish trade. Gold negativeness in S&P 500, but not too much. Chances of breaking, there is negativeness in S&P 500. You can see that here, because the upper level there is resistance. Too much will the market fill this gap, that we have to wait and see. Dow Jones also somewhat similar. If it comes down, it can come up to this area, and if it moves up, it can go up to this area. So this might be the zone for Dow Jones. Nasdaq, little bit we have to kind of wait and see. As of now, nothing. And S&P 500 upper level, if it breaks the upper level, then chances of going up to 6,300 700 possibility is there. Support level can come up to here. So entire market is kind of bearish. Along with that, BTC also is kind of showing some bearishness here. That's fine, traders. We will wait, because I'm expecting a reversal in the market. So based on that only, I think I have to wait and look for opportunity. So here, 1,17,300, 200, all of maximum 16,900. Also liquidity is there. That's fine. If market was in this kind of range, then this is a bullish price action setup. Here only we could have entered. But here when I enter, I might get stuck in the sideways market. That issue I have. I'm speaking a bit softly, but when I speak, am I audible to you guys or not? Let me know. Hello Divya, madam, welcome to the live stream. SD Gaming, welcome. Glad you have posted them in free Telegram. Please include posts related to crypto in crypto as well. Okay, sir, I'll look into it. So this was the bottom. Little bit low audio, is it? Now what we will do, we'll see how much market has corrected. It has corrected a lot. It's gone lower. Maybe we will consider any support near 786 level zone. We'll be looking for any bullish trade at this zone. Okay. Prakash sir, good evening. Welcome to the live stream. Hopefully today it will be great. 300 points. Expected zone, what I said was 1,17,200 to 50 range, right? So if market comes to that range, then it would be fine for us, I believe. So little bit S&P 500 has broken the day's low. People are getting a bit tempted to take a bearish trade. Hopefully it sustains. It also up to 13,000. I think you guys are seeing here a bit of liquidity is there near 1,17,360 370 zone. So somewhere near that zone only I'm thinking of entering the trade. Let market come down. Hopefully this breakdown, what is happening in the market, people are seeing that they are getting attracted to this bearishness, and this is just for the sake of liquidity. By chance, if market plan is going up to this zone, then of course if I'm taking a bullish trade I will get trapped. But anyways, I will manage the risk reward based on that. I will try one attempt here. Okay, at like 17,000 only, some more liquidity is there. At what level market has come now? It's come to 786 level. Basically, if these buyers, if they are strong, this zone is where they have to start looking for a reversal. Here trapping of bearish traders also is done. So another 4 minutes for this candle to close. We will wait, traders. How to open an account? Sir, a link is there in the pinned comment, the first comment. You can use that link to open account. I've shared the link also. You can use that link. That is our referral link. Can you please do a video to analyze fundamentals of how you posted? I wanted to buy shares. I am studying, so I wanted to do intraday trading because of low capital. See, if first you decide what kind of person you are, right? Are you a very safe person or are you a risk taker? All of those things you have to decide, okay? Based on that only. If you have very less capital, fine. Whichever stocks is there, which has, good potential, those stocks you can start buying. Now traders, I'm thinking, okay, if I get a proper closing, this is a decent price for entry. So what I will do is I'll place one order here. I'll reduce my stop loss. I'll take a small risk here on the buy side and go here, place the stop loss. If I'm getting continuation here, fine. Little bit trapping if market does up to this zone, fine. 1:4:1:3. 3, 1:3. It's kind of okay. Initially, we will consider the zone. If they are strong, this will become the base for the market. Hopefully too much they don't put pressure. So all we're trying to do is trying to doing a difficult thing, trying to capture the bottom. So if when we capture the bottom correctly, then very big momentum we can expect. But sometimes when the bottom what we capture, if that is not the bottom, see, if this is not the bottom of the day, if market is going here, if market is starting to show bullishness, then here no point in giving bigger stop loss here, right? So we'll reduce the risk. We will try to see one attempt. If this is the bottom, we will capture up to this zone. That is more than sufficient for us. Do you buy stocks, Atish, or just trading in Indian market? I buy a lot of stocks. Whenever market keeps, I'm the first person when, at least, when market keeps going down, when the stocks what I purchase, if its price is getting on lower, then I would be really happy to purchase that stock. So what we will do is, this market is giving a pullback, we will reduce the stop loss little more. So in this trade, too much risk we don't want to take, because we are trying to capture the bottom. 45 points is the risk. So $45 is the stop loss, and target is around 150. That's what we will aim for. The buyers are strong. Basically, they have to push. If this is not the bottom, this is just a thing, then why give bigger stop loss? That's not needed. Whenever market corrects, I keep buying. I have a fixed amount of stocks for which I have done fundamental analysis. Those stocks only I keep on purchasing for long term, for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Because of the SEBI rules and things like that and all, I'm not supposed to disclose about all those things. So before things were kind of okay, now they have become a bit strict. So education content, if we give also, we have to be careful. It's showing some bearishness here. A little below this candle, I've kept the stop loss. If market goes below this candle, then I'll give that small stop loss and I'll wait for the next reversal opportunity. Okay. And yesterday we had discussed, right? Market has potential of going up to 1,12,000 and all. Today, so much things and all I'm not concentrating on. Maybe up to this zone, it can give a breakout and later reverse. If that one is fulfilled, then there is no point in me looking for reversal trade. At the upper level, wherever I get opportunity, sell on rise only I'll be looking at. Nasdaq is kind of showing bearishness. S&P 500 now holding in a certain range. Dow Jones has some potential. US market, though, it is looking like, the gap of what it has done, it will sustain that level. It will close at the upper level itself today. That's what it is looking like. consumer conference flash, existing home sales data that is supposed to come 7:30. Market news, some news are there. Existing home sales, what that data is there, how it's going to impact the market and all those things and all, I don't give too much importance, but depending on the news, the US market can react according to that. That is the only concern. What is Ethereum lower base? Ethereum also has given a breakdown, and at the bottom level there's no other stop loss hunting level, just like BTC. This is the lower end of the market. So if anyone enters at this breakdown easily, they will make profit. Usually market will not allow that. Just holding on within the same range. It's giving a closing, anything as such below this candle, then it's showing some continuation. So let's see. More than this, I don't want to risk in this particular trade, because if this is the bottom, market has to move up. If it's not moving up, I'm not ready to give more stop loss than this. So in case it moves down, then I'll give the stop loss. It might show some continuation towards the downside. We'll just be ready with the setup. In case it shows continuation, fine, or if it holds on to this range and moves up, also fine. Ethereum entry, little, you see, if BTC starts moving towards the upside, Ethereum also will show some continuation. You consider this as the base for Ethereum. Okay, if this is the base, then for Ethereum, if you're going long, this is the entry, this is the stop loss little below this, and this will be the target. Okay, proper 1:2 risk reward. Hopefully our level, what we decided, if that is the base, then fine. It has to give a closing above this zone. So in case it gives a closing above this zone, then fine, this area it will target. Then slowly I'll trail the stop loss and go up to this zone. Here maybe another pullback and then it can reverse. That and all, we will wait and see, traders. How many of you invest in stocks for long term and things like that? I personally don't invest in active mutual funds. I'll just give you one example why I don't do active mutual fund. Recent time, if you see, majority of the active mutual fund has bought Asian Paints. Okay, Asian Paint, who's selling recently, that you go and see. Okay, and at what some big person is selling Asian Paints stocks. Okay, and that one mutual funds are buying. So from that only you understand certain things. Oh, is it going to just to momentum like this? Create some pressure, both the side. At least people who have taken bearish trade to trap the market has to go up to this zone. Why is it taking so long? I don't know. Ethereum also, is it moving? Ethereum, if you have entered little bit movement, you will see more than this. No need to give stop loss. 23 points, 63 points target. That's more than sufficient for Ethereum. BTC, if it's moving, let it move. This area was acting as a support traders. Once market, you can see, broke the zone, this area might act as resistance level. Here little bit of confusion can get created, but if market wants to trap bearish traders, if bearish traders are considering this as a resistance, if they're entering again to trap them, first it can correct and then move towards the upside. Okay, or directly if it moves, good thing for me only, my trade will get closed quickly. So as of now, whoever entered bearish trade at this zone, they would be at cost to cost. So maybe their stop loss is somewhere here near this zone. So to hunt their stop loss quickly, if the market starts moving, then they will get trapped. But here again, if market decides for liquidity sake, I'll come little down, more liquidity I want, I will move up, means that time little bit problem I will start having with the setup. How many of you entered this trade along with me? Now what you guys can do is get your stop loss below this candle, so that whatever happens you will be in profit. If you're too much worried if market will reach the zone or not, if you're worried about that, you get your stop loss little below this candle. I will just reduce my stop loss a bit so that I reduce the risk also. 20 points is the risk. This zone is kind of confusion zone. It will pull back and give, or directly it will break. That too much difficult to judge. Entered. Okay, who entered, maintain your risk reward. Okay, I mean, take a strict stop loss for the trade. When you are worried by chance before coming to this live, if you made any loss, then already who entered, you will be in profit. That you just trail your stop loss up to this zone and keep, so that whatever happens in this trade you will close in green, because this is one resistance area. So trading fees feel a bit high in Delta Exchange. Can you explain? Yes, there is trading fees is there a bit here. For that, what you need to do, it depends on how much quantity you're trading, what is your risk reward also. So let's say for 100 lot what you're taking, approximately let's say $9 or $10 is the brokerage for the same trade you take. Okay, for me $18 is the brokerage you think. But here what am I trying to capture from the zone? Close to 700 points. or 800 points. 800 points means approximately $160. Okay, so for $160, if I'm giving brokerage of $18 for a platform which is FIO registered, okay, which gives me smooth withdrawal, smooth deposit. I don't have to put the money in some other someone else's bank account and all those things. For me, that brokerage, I don't give importance. It is just that the trading setup, I know most of the trade, whatever I take, risk reward will be 1:2, 1:3. Here you see this trading setup. When you capture momentum like this, then why are you so much worried about the brokerage? Is my this one. People always worry about small crumbs what you give. If there is any broker who is FIO registered and who is giving lesser brokerage than Delta Exchange, let me know. But they have to legally follow all the rules. Okay, they have to be FIO registered, and in their platform, all this gold trade, forex trade and all should not be happening. Those kind of brokers. If that is there, let me know. I'll consider that also. So I've told majority of the guys that get your stop loss here, because still market is not yet given a closing. Still 18 seconds, 19 seconds is there. Here little bit pressure it can give, come down and later move towards the upside. Maybe after hitting my stop loss also. So who's worried? I think at this point of time you have to partially book the profit and things like that, or trail the stop loss to the low. See here, little correction market is showing. So instead of market price, if we provide limit price, will the brokerage be less? Yes sir. Here if you go to fees, here it is 0.02 in case you are the market maker. Okay, market taker means at whatever price level is there, you're placing an order, their brokerage will reduce. If you're just a scalper, within 15 minutes, okay, this trade we took, market went up to this zone. If you exit the trade within 15 minutes, you close the trade, then you are considered as that trade is considered as a scalping trade. Only one side brokerage will be calculated. Do you guys know any other broker who's FIO registered and who's following all the regulation and the brokerage is lesser than Delta Exchange? Let me know, traders. Even I will go and check it out, no problem. Just show me a continuation, brother. I'll just look at global market. One candle has to give closing out, green candle has to give closing above this zone. That is important. Dow Jones again going for pullback. S&P 500 is near the supporting zone, but little bit bearishness it is showing. Situation has become a bit tight. Only Nasdaq as of now has come to the support, but at the bottom there is a bit of liquidity available for Nasdaq. You see at the bottom little liquidity is there. This is basically the support zone for Nasdaq. Will it hold on to this range or not? We need to see. In case it comes down, then little bit trapping can happen. Yes, this one support zone is far, but this is a proper correction. As long as it's holding this zone, fine. Dow Jones is again, as long as it is holding this zone, fine. But everything is just showing like a pullback before the correction. Here also you see It is showing like a pullback before the correction. So US market, if it corrects a bit, it will create some kind of problem for us. Some data, they said 7:30 it's going to come out, right? How it's happening also we have to see. I'll go check that out. Existing home sales, prior it was 4.04 million. Forecast was 4.01 million. Actual is 3.93 million. So comparatively, home sales have reduced. If that is the case, the amount of houses people are buying is reduced. That means people do not have money to buy the house. In that way, we can calculate. So people are protecting the money. Something like that we can consider. So one more trade, I don't want to take existing trade only, I have to manage. So in case, I'm just thinking the stop loss, if I get it back to this zone only, this random pullback, whatever happens, I might avoid that. I'm okay to give that 40-45 points stop loss, that's not the thing. If I have to decide, I have to decide now. Okay, I'll keep my stop loss here only. And for those of you whom I said, okay, this zone you place the stop loss. If market reverse, it will be you might get into trouble. If safe trader means you book the profit here. If you got your stop loss here, it is trailed means you don't re-enter. Okay, this is the upper zone. Market has to give a closing above this. As long as it gives a closing above this, it is difficult. Whoever is holding on along with me with the stop loss, you can hold. In market, every 5-10 minutes situation keeps changing. Here also the logic is the same thing. If stop loss is not hit, don't exit, be as it is, let it be as it is. If it gives a breakdown below this, means you book the loss, or else wait for this target. Okay, fine. As of now, just 4 minutes. Still 4 minutes. It is there pending for this candle to close. That's fine. Now just let me know how many of you just trailed the stop loss here and close the trade. How many of you are holding the trade along with me? Let me know about that first. No sir, but there has been news that government urges other broker exchange to get registered, but nothing has been done yet. Of course, because they want to keep, forex market and gold trading, all those things, they want to keep it. That is where people trade a lot, but that is not legal. The thing is, when you go and trade, see the way how I look at the setups. What did I tell you guys here about gold? What did I tell? From this zone, gold can move towards the upside. If you see some bullishness with small stop loss, look for bullish trade. If I had entered here, of course, nice movement I would have captured here. But still, why am I not trading? Because it's not legal. Okay. So that is what price action, stop loss hunting concepts works everywhere. It is just that where it is legal, where it is safe, I want to trade only in those instruments. Trading in BTC is legal, so I'm doing that, and I have to do it with a broker who's not creating complications. That is why I've chosen this. Holding without any changes, holding along with you, sir. Holding. I am blindly following you, sir. After 1 month live paper trading, it's my first with 50 quantity. Okay, cool. Now here I was looking at Dow Jones, Nasdaq, right? So see here now, it's holding on to the zone. If it problem, I'll tell you, this is looking like a pullback, traders. This is looking like a pullback. This is looking like a, this was looking like a pullback, but it's holding on to this zone, fine. Nasdaq, this is the final zone. If it goes below this, it's a problem. If it holds on above this, it is a good thing. 1 minute for this. Confusion is there in US market, means what we are trying to do here. This is the base, the buyers who's at the bottom, he is strong, he might push the market towards the upside. With the hope that these buyers will push, we have entered. Stop loss hits means we'll give that stop loss and close, that's all. Too much complication is not there. Each candle we can't keep view. If I have been taken the trade, right, I will just place the stop loss, I'll place the target, and I'll start looking at something else. I will fix a reasonable price. At that price, when market comes, I'll tell the stop loss. And usually what I do, by the time market is about to reach this target, I will not let the target to book. Rather, I'll trail off my stop loss near the target zone, and then I'll just leave it as it is. So that continuation happens, means fine. Or else trailing stop loss, what in profit around $20-25 I will lose. I'm okay with that. That's how I do a lot of things. When we get the trend, we have to keep going along with the trend. Those are the days when you make profit, you will capture. Today, is this the trend? I still don't know. But my understanding is stop loss hunting of these people has to be done. So after pullback, attracting some people, like I said, it's moving towards the upside. So it is fine for us at this point of time. It's a decent profit for those of you who entered, around 500 points. This goes around just 200-250 points. Is the seller strong? Definitely sellers are strong. They are going to push the market up. If they push it from here only, I'll get into trouble. But after giving the target, if they push, it is better for me. If this is the base, before reaching this level only, market is going to do a lot of natak. That is the problem. By the way I'm looking at the market, that's what it's going to do. Directly, this is the place where I feel a lot of liquidity is there to grab that market can go. But before that, correction, stop loss hunting, a lot of things market will do. So there's no liquidity. Next liquidity is there near 18,900, 19,200, those levels. 18,200 is where, 1 second, 18,900, 18,200. As of now, this is 50-50 chance trading only setup, because what the situation I can see is breakdown, retest, little more attraction of bearish traders who entered bearish trade here. They would have thought about exiting below the zone or things like that to trap the market. Went little confidence it gave to earn their stop loss. Again, market has moved up. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the stop loss to the low of this candle. So I don't want to participate when there is maximum $36 profit or $160 profit. If it wants to give me the profit, let it give, or else that's fine. So net to net, my brokerage, everything is covered here. Around 50% correction market is doing. From here, if it holds on, moves up, fine, or else I don't want to complicate things here. Sometimes certain things, when you see, if it is saying giving you certain reasons saying that okay, there is a high chances of reversal, better you just trail the stop loss and go and reduce your risk. That stop loss we can use in another trade. See this trade, Stop loss is small only, no problem here. Here you can hold, because here still liquidation grab and things like that is not yet done, but their liquidation grab is kind of done. All those things we have to focus and keep. Don't I want the market to move up and give the target? Of course I want that, but just keep yourself protected, that's all. Because some people are saying blindly they're following me. I don't want them to get into loss. Any idea about Nifty expiry special? No idea, sir. See, as of now, I don't know where is it. I'm working on support and resistance video where I will cover a lot of things with you guys. So that video, part 1 half is done. So I'll try to cover the remaining half, and I think by this weekend I will give the first part of the video. Okay, you guys watch that. Definitely it's going to be useful for you. Traders, now stop loss we are going to get it above this zone. Okay, now whatever happens in this trade we should not be making loss. This is the target, but we want to increase the target, means we can see about that. This kind of, why am I reducing the stop loss is because market is getting close to 618 zone. So there are little bit issues we can face, that is why. Okay, so in this trade whatever happens, we'll be making around $57-58. In return we'll be making, reduce the stop loss. Too much if I reduce, problem. Okay, but you guys are this one following. Now it's okay, we'll trail the stop loss. Okay, no need to take more stop loss below this candle. And quickly what we can do, target we'll leave it as it is. Let market come to that zone 618 level. Protection zone is there, near that only market will commence. Like healthy pullback this looks like. Now what? Just confirm, have you guys trailed the stop loss along with me up to this zone? Confirm as soon as possible, traders. I'm noticing a problem. I am from Tirupati, some price difference between live and my chart. Sir, maybe you see here, you might be looking at BTC spot chart. It's at 1,18,106. Okay, 106, and here you see there is a difference, because we are looking at the futures market. In future market and in trading view there will be a slight difference. If this candle had given a closing, then below this, if I had placed the stop loss, little more safer situation it would have been. But it's okay. Just tell me how many people have trailed the stop loss to the maximum. We have trailed the stop loss to the maximum as of now. No matter what, at least $100, we need to get $94. So whatever happens in this trade, right, we will be there is a 5-second difference between live and YouTube. Say in YouTube there is always, no matter how good your internet is, there might be 5 to 10 seconds difference. Nothing can be done because the broadcast is only like that. 5 to 10 seconds difference is nothing, traders. That's why repeatedly I keep saying each and everything. So if it gives a pullback here also, it's fine. Okay, and this zone is acting as resistance. I'll tell you one problem. The problem is this area is around 618 level zone. Market, this is a healthy pullback. Here market gave a breakdown. It attracted some bearish traders here. It moved down. Little more confidence it gave. Now it's come here. So all these bearish traders stop loss at this zone would have been hunted. In case, why am I holding is because in case who's placed stop loss here entering below this, to hunt their stop loss, little more movement it can do. That movement, if it does, that is additional bonus for me. Okay, I'll take that bonus. In case it doesn't, here only it's correcting means after removing weak players, I'll give the stop loss. Here only I've kept the stop loss. So I will close the setup. That is the actual plan at this point of time. So I hope you are understanding a story behind or the logic behind why am I giving this setup or why have I asked you to trail the stop loss. And sometimes when you guys, say exactly you're doing what I am doing, I don't want you to get into loss. That also is there. Directly or indirectly, it is a kind of pressure situation for me. Okay. Because see, in this case also, initially this risk reward was 1:3. Someone was speaking about the brokerage, right? Here, if I'm taking $100, okay, for $100, $18 if I'm giving also with the safe broker, balance $80 is mine, right? So my concentration is how much I will be making, not how much the broker is making. If there is other broker, you let me know. Even I will follow, no problem. But my actual target, at least as of now, 1:2, which is decent. But 1:3, if I'm getting, even more better. Fine, stop loss got triggered, around $92, $93 profit we have made. That's fine. Because I didn't wanted to hold on to the trade because I could see some kind of pressure there based on stop loss hunting. So I didn't wanted to interfere. Okay, I hope you guys have exited. And some Ethereum, whoever entered this trade, like I said, in Ethereum situation is I asked you to hold on to the trade without changing the stop loss because breakdown has happened. It's not yet gone for a retest. It's not yet hunted the stop loss. Now here directly it can move or it can correct and then move. So at this point of time, you are worried means you have to book off the profit here. What is the problem? I'll say profit. When you do like this, proper risk reward will not sit. But why am I saying exit here? Because there are certain people who only wants to see the profit. So you want to book the profit means you book. Or else if I was there in the straight stop loss, fine, I'll give the stop loss. If it goes, I'll stick to the target. At least 1:2 target you have to stick to, right? That is the basic idea for you to make profit. Could be exited. Maybe in the, see, pullback can come again, market can go up, but that we will see later, traders. At that point of time, for me, it was not looking as the right thing to hold. Tailed SL, thanks. Okay, fine. Fine. Hopefully you guys have booked a decent profit. Good, we waited, we identified the buyer zone and things like that. And today you guys learned something new, hopefully. And if you made use of the content, then support the channel. See, here also there's no liquidity. Liquidity is there on top here. And little liquidity is there at the bottom. In between this zone, how long I have to wait, what I have to do, full confusion, traders. So when it is there, when there is confusion, and I see that, it is my duty to inform you guys. I have done that. And here S&P 500 also, I'm telling you, right, even though I consider this as the zone, here it is somewhat saying that it's going to correct, trap people and then reverse. Here in S&P, same case. In this one also is not able to break. This is looking like a pullback before the correction. I don't expect so much big correction, but breakdown up to this zone. And in Nasdaq, the support zone is, as of now, only Nasdaq is holding the support zone. It can go up to this area and later reverse, but usually Nasdaq trades on its own way. Only if it breaks the high, then continuation possibility is there. But here you see, this is the fall, this is a healthy pullback, this is this one correction. So since this is a healthy pullback, breaking this zone might be a bit difficult for the market. Okay, so here only it can play some games, here it can correct, again here it can correct. These kind of things and all I observed. That is why I do not wanted to hold on to the trade. I hope you guys are understanding the logic. Do video about coin glass liquidity video. Okay, fine, I'll do that. Okay. All right, traders, thank you everyone for participating. Enough today, 1 hour live stream, little decent, 8,000 we have made, fine, 8,000 rupees is fine. We will close for the day. Let's later any setup update is there, I will share it with you. If you wish to open account with Delta Exchange, the link is there in the pinned comment. You can do that there. In Delta Exchange, for group members also, you can see I keep sharing important levels on the chart. Today levels did not work that much, but when it does, right, when these levels work, you will have a chance of capturing close to 1:5, 1:6 risk reward. Definitely I will show it to you when it happens, but every day you mark these levels and keep, because at those levels only small stop losses you have to give. But the day when you capture big movement in a week, 2 days or 3 days, in any one of the index you will get the levels entry. That time you will be able to capture 1:4, 1:5, and big movement you will be able to capture for sure. That I'm sharing right now additional logic setups and all. When I take, how am I taking in this live trade, like that setups also I'll start sharing there. So to become a member of the group, you can open account with Delta Exchange. The link is there in the pinned comment. Okay, so that is it as of now. Now I'm not going to worry if, okay, should I hold the trade, all those things. It's given the stop loss here. Next, one more setup at the upper level, if I get only, maybe I have to look for the trading setup. Okay, that's how I'm looking at the market. Thank you everyone for participating in the live stream. I hope you learned something new today. You had good time. Thank you. Bye bye. Good night. How much minimum capital needed to trade in BTC? See, to trade with 10 lots, how much capital? You can trade even with 3,000, 4,000 rupees also. But to sustain every day, you have to take one trade. To sustain that, at least you need to take 1,000 rupees risk per day, 30,000 rupees for 1 month. If you are ready to take the risk, then you join. We'll participate and we will see. Okay, traders, good night. Bye bye.